A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his car on third down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And that is where Darren Waller really excels. He led all NFL tight ends in yards after the catch in 2020. Another nice effort here. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach. And let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
This defense for the Broncos, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Carr.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
It's a big play there for the Broncos.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Second down and goal. Lock. They'll roll him out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
one. Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 29, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Edwards.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Carr. He'll set up the screen to Dre. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to... This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Javonte Williams.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr now to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Raiders. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Jacobs. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and goal, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Touchdown! Darren Waller with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time. He's got a man, complete, and all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 4. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr now on first down.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Second and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Rolling to his right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little.
And the Raiders have got him.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Clelin Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. And it's caught.
And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Raiders. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Lock. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
K.J. Hamler
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then actually.
And, it'll be intercepted.
It's Damon Arnett picking it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
That's complete to Mooney.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 36 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Locke.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's David Arnett picking it off. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Now Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Caden Stearns.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw it is Locke. That is caught by Williams for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Locke going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to that and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
First down, Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Carr. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
And Boswell has this one going left. No good. He missed it left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Here's Locke. And that's caught by Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Mike 19, Mike 19. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Lock to throw. Gets this to Fant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Now Locke.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Let's go, let's go. Hey, Mike 42.
Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lock to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock. Into the secondary, past the 40. And running with power here as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams.
And the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
53 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run it with Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They look to throw. It's Locke. Oh, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Raiders are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Throwing his Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Locke. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.